French jockey Flavien Prat has experienced success everywhere he's gone. He had become one of the most prominent riders in California before moving his tack to the East Coast this spring.
4 straight graded stakes for Chad Brown and Flavien Prat. They're putting on a show.
Well, living in California was definitely not an easy decision. You don't want to be in the comfort zone and kind of, try to challenge yourself and see what could you do somewhere else. So that was my thought process, moving on the East Coast and riding with obviously a great colony of riders and different tracks. At that point, I thought it was the right thing to do.
Stepping out of his comfort zone is not something new for Prat.
I left home when I was 14 to get to the jockey school. I actually tried to leave when I was 13 and the school didn't accept me because I was too young. I think I cried for a whole day. Never been that sad in my life.
In fact, Prat's first introduction to horse racing wasn't with thoroughbreds.
I grew up in the harness business with my dad, who's a trainer. Now my brother was working with him. Obviously, when you see your dad, working from 5:30 to 1 p.m. and going back to the barn from 3 to 6, you learn what's hard work, and I just think it's an amazing way to live. In France, it can happen where there's a racetrack where half of the card will be harness and half would be thoroughbred. I love to go on the weekend with my dad and see the thoroughbred and then went a few times to Longchamp with my mom and some friends. So yeah, it's always been in the back of my mind.
Rougier, and she will deliver here, coming from off the pace under Flavien Prat.
By 2019, Prat had grabbed some of the attention of trainers nationwide, enough to get the call from Hall of Famer Bill Mott in America's most prestigious race, setting up the biggest moment of his riding career.
Obviously, we had seen that he was doing very well in California and was a good rider, and we put him on, and it couldn't have worked out better. What a great trip he worked out for him. He was 3 wide around the last turn, but he was able to avoid the contact that some of the other horses had on the inside of him. We actually did not get bothered. We took a slight little bump coming out of the turn, but really nothing that would have affected us one way or another. Then, of course, 24 minutes later, they hung our number up and made us the winner.
Winning the Derby was a strange experience. A lot of mix of emotion because obviously you win the Derby, so it's great, but it's by disqualification. There's always going to be some controversy, and yeah, I didn't cross the line first. And then you have to wait. We had to wait a long time before they decide to put Country House as a winner, so hopefully one day we'll cross the line first.